Bailey Park is officially bursting at the seams. The Kennesaw State Owls play host to the behemoth in the number 3 ranked Georgia Bulldogs, standing at 27-4 here in Kennesaw, Georgia. Cool. Megan has thrived in this leadoff position as she yanks one to the right side and drifting to get it. Stella Henry right at the chalk for out number 1.
It's got to feel good for Kite. Biggest thing for her today is just to settle in. She's got to believe that she's able to pitch to these.
Kite flips, Mosley drills one toward the left side. That's fair. That's going to be a stand-up 1-out double for Mosley.
I mean, what a huge at-bat for Mosley there. Your leadoff batter isn't able to get on base, but now you're able to get on second base without.
They're tight. Owls had held leads, in 2 of those games. Kearney skies one into center. Looking up is Emerson Fox, and you can kiss that ball goodbye. 2-run blast from Jada Kearney.
You can hear the crowd. I don't think anyone had any doubt on that ball. As soon as it left the bat, you could see everyone stand up and kind of get excited for that.
Gets the home run chain. Here's another look at it.
Number 6, Sydney Kuma.
A no-doubter to straightaway center. 3-2 rides up and inside. That's one way to get that OBP up. She takes the free base, still with her 9th start of the season. Lines that one through the hole on the right side. Going from first to third is Kuma. Now runners at the corners. The 3rd hit already in the first inning as that. Righty digs in, trying to steal a base at second. Hardiman does not catch the ball, thrown down to second. That will score an extra run for UGA in a total miscommunication there.
Excuse me, she took off running. She kept her eyes on her coach and was able to get all the way around.
Now, what do you think happened there with Ty Hardiman and Ava Gazowski? That's later on. Line over to third. Evans plays it off the hop right there at the foul line, and she gets the 2nd out.
Now, what a play by Evans there.
Valentine's Day against number 2 Tennessee, and that was the highest ranked opponent in Bailey Park history. That one over to third off the heel of the glove of Evans as it spoils into short, and another run scoring for UGA. They already have 4 up in the first inning.
Ever since that home run, she's been able to force some ground balls, and once everyone settles down a little bit, they should be able to get this game going.
And for the Owls, fielding has been an issue. There's not a lot of ways to sugarcoat it, but not for Ava Gazowski as she collects the 3rd out. Shuts me right up to end the top of the 1st. Owls looking for a big answer so far this year, but you want to be able to establish some dominance for Walters. First play to her, over to Stella Henry, and that's way over her head. Henry going to second base, and that's a tremendous start for the Owl offense. Got a check down.
Henry's got the speed, but it's a short base path.
That ball dribbled through the middle. Coming around third, no, held at third was Stella Henry. Trip McKay put the stop sign on. This could be a huge learning experience for a freshman.
Exactly.
That ball to the left side. That will bring the run home. She will be safe at first, getting past Davis. Runners advance to second and third. Owls get on the board, still with no outs. Runners at second and third. Here come the Owls.
And she just poked that ball right over. The speed of Henry almost secured that she was going to score there. And then now you have 2 runners in scoring positions with no outs. It's a perfect start for the Owls.
Here. Also, 3 homers on the year. That ball spoiled off the inside part of the bat into the glove of Armistead for the 1st out. The Owls slugging over 600 in those 5. That ball lined over to third, making the diving play and getting the out at first is Mosley. Assure you, they are sitting on the ground. 3-2, rung her up. Right on the edge of the zone. And Howes walks back to the dugout for out number 3. Crushed out to right. Looking up, dinging the scoreboard. Sydney Chambly.
She saw the ball she wanted there, and she took it exactly where she wanted. She had made some adjustments from that foul ball and was able to take it over the fence.
That ball absolutely pummeled.
Number 11.
And you could see the inside pitch she got there. She just went right with it, adjusted off that first pitch, so she hit foul and was able to just use her power to drive it.
Against Ole Miss. That ball just off the end of the bat, underhanded over to Shimeko for the first out. So I have yet to let the leadoff hitter reach base, as that brings up Sarah Mosley for the second time. For 2. That's per game. That ball jumped foul. No, in play over to Reese Evans, who sidearms it. No.
Getting a lot of those calls that are so close that some umps may call and some aren't.
Shattered to right. Looking up. See you later. Oppo Taco Sarah Mosley leaves the yard. The third round tripper of the game. Whoa.
Every single swing looks exactly the same from them. There are no doubters when they're connecting with these balls. You can see right here how she just drives with it. She sees that ball's outside and she uses her opposite power to drive it right over right field.
And maybe my eyes are deceiving me here, Amanda. That looked like a good pitch.
It did. That's what I was saying too. Kite is throwing the ball right on the corners. She's not getting the calls, so she has to throw it a little bit more in, and then that's what happens when they do that. But I mean, that was also a great job by Mosley there, going with that pitch.
Normal Wednesday night. 3-2 stays up. Mask level for the 1-out walk. I'll bring up Sydney Kuma. That ball just twisted off the bat. Friedel collects the second out.
And in this situation, and do that is such a great thing.
Line through the hole toward the left side. Gets through by the skin of its teeth by the glove of Reese Evans. Plenty of people out here at Bailey Park.
Yeah, there's one stuck at the top of the fence over there, and I'm a little worried that it's going to fall and hit somebody.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I see that as well.
But you're right. I mean,
Friedel's 1-2. That ball hammered into the gap. 1 run scores, 2 runs score. Getting it is Miller. 3rd run coming around in a bases clearing double from Tyler Ellison. 9-1 Bulldog.
there was no doubt there that every single runner was going to score, and the ball came off the bat so pure you could hear it when it came off the bat.
And listen, we'll go with either.
However you pronounce it. Sound confident.
2-hopper over to Hardiman. She takes her time for the 3rd out. Back for a Texas State championship as she gets a base knock. That one is slashing into the gap. She goes to second. Throw not in time. She slides in with the leadoff double. She's tied for second on the team with RBIs with 11. And she's the 8-hole hitter. 1-2 inside. No, rung her up. Delayed call fooled me.
Your lineup. She's got the speed. I think it's a great position for her to be in, and she's trying to put the ball in play and make something happen.
She says, thank you very much. Doesn't even have to take the bat off the shoulder. 4-pitch walk.
A little bit, but great at bat from Henry here.
12th pitch of the at-bat. High sputter over to third. Able to get it down as Mosley for the out. Not easy to play with the speedy Henry. Is that what? People are eager. People are eager.
People wanted their seats.
1-1, 2 jumper over to short, and they get her in time. The Owls threaten in the second inning, but come.
Them April 5th, starting off the series there, but you talk about the top teams in the nation. Those are the games you want to watch.
That ball hit way into the air, drifting into the outfield, getting the push and leaving the yard. make it a 10 spot for the Bulldogs, and Chamblee leaves the yard again, her second round tripper.
Henry, she almost was able to grab that ball. That ball went high. I don't think anyone knew exactly where it went, but Henry read it all the way. It was so close, but 2 at-bats, 2 home runs.
The ASUN last year was able to take Central Arkansas to NCAA regionals. That's a walk for Davis. She's trying to reach that quota. She gets on base for the first time today.
Same school, especially with the transfer portal now. So just shows how much this school, this program means to Bennett as we see her in her grad year campaign.
Pulled the string at the right time. That ball lasered into center. Emerson Fox with the quick pickup. The 1-out single from Kearney. Third time she's reached base. That brings up Sydney Kuma.
In these high situations, and then maybe get them into the field as well.
That's a fair ball. Bennett goes over to first, but not in time. Tell you what, when you're going good, you're going good. Kuma entered with a .395 average, and that continues to climb. One jumper to Gazowski, and she goes to home plate for out number 2. Thought they were going to check back to first. Howes decides against. So just as you mentioned, the force at any plate, they take away the run.
Yeah, it was a great read there by their defense. That's why you got to flush the load. Does make a good spot though.
It does. I have to consider in the future. Check swing. That one comes up to Melanie Bennett as she finally ends the third. 1 run scored in the top half as we go to the home half of the third. 9-run hole, first 2 innings. And now a runner reached in each of the first 3 innings with the chance to add on more as Emerson Fox comes up. Gazowski takes the walk. Season in late March where you take your jacket into work, but you take it off when you walk back to your car.
Yeah, definitely. I'm still learning the weather here a little bit. I've been here about 2 years now, but I have to remind myself that it does get cold. You want to just try to string together a few singles, just like that.
That ball poked through the right side. It loads the bases for Kennesaw State. And right on cue, following your advice. It's the second time that's happened for Macy this year. Hitting just below under 200 with runners on. So she can come up, swing and miss. Gibson got her with 3 straight breakers. Dogs rather have rung up Howes. As this is Reese Evans, bases still loaded. First pitch she sees, back to the pitcher. Gibson to the catcher, Davis over to first, and the double play. 4 RBIs, that is a heck of a game for the DP. As we remarked, only her second game started this year as she flies one out to Stella Henry to start off.
Everyone gets to get out there and make an impact on this team. Nobody's really left behind, and you see them come and have opportunities here.
First time that we've seen the first 2 batters for the Bulldogs go down in order. And the ball leaves the park.
Yeah, exactly.
Hope you can relate to that reference.
Definitely.
Hacked on and missed. Bennett brings the fire for out number 3. Retires the Bulldogs. Next pitch to her, sparked into the glove. Over at second, that still appears to be Kuma for out number 1. Destin Howard. That ball to jumper over to short for out number 2. Howard's cousin, Terrence Gore, member of the Atlanta Braves. Henry looking for her first hit. That one's a hopper over to third. Going down in order are the Owls, as we happens, and that scares me when that happens. I can't imagine, first of all, being that age and sitting that close.
Yeah, they're still up there. Great place to watch the game.
Next ball gloved in by Cassidy Emerson Fox, freshman of the year back in 21. That ball spoiled off the inside crack of the bat. 1, 2, 3, back-to-back innings. California. And gets a K to start off the 5th. Looking to slam the door shut on this game. 2 outs away from doing so. Playing against the cream of the crop today and succeeding. High bouncer out of the glove of Orcutt, but cleaned up over at third for out number 2. So good job by Davila. Next pitch. Did not get a piece of it. Orcutt slams the door on Kennesaw State. 10-1 final, and they win via the run roll here at Bailey Park, and a thorough performance from the...
Just wasn't enough. The Bulldogs pitchers put a stop to all of it. We saw a few different athletes come in, and they weren't touched by anybody on the Owls. And what a great show for all of these fans here. Great show for all of that.
Well, you look at that final score, and here's how it happened.